Hello Martian travelers, and welcome back to the Mars Parlor. In today's nail video, we are going to be doing a nice long holiday set featuring the Grinch character on my middle fingernail. I had a whole lot of fun doing this set, just playing around with a bunch of different design concepts. We did a sweater nail. I used this gorgeous new deep green sparkly color on my pinky and to design the thumbnail. You'll see what I mean. These turned out really cute. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just get right into it. So the tips I am using are from Amazon. I never really take a good look at the brand for these. I just always like to go with a nice gentle C-curve, extra long square tips. That way I can do any and every shape, cut them down to any length that I need, and look at that. I mean, these tips are they're gorgeous. If I can figure out what the brand name is, I will link it in here for you guys. But yes, now we're taking my tip trimmers and I'm gonna go in and cut those down to a reasonable size. This is a little shorter than I'd want, but I did want to still be able to work with my hands a little better. So now I'm going in with a sanding band on my Melody Susie e-file, and I'm just going to etch the where the tip meets the free edge on my nails. This is a crucial step that I learned recently. I mean, I had seen it before, but I always thought there was no real need for it. But it definitely shows the difference if you notice, if you're not someone that does this. After you've laid the acrylic and filed and shaped your nail, you can sometimes see the corners of that nail tip poking through the acrylic. And that's just a really unflattering look with the set. It makes it look a little more artificial. So doing this step really helps. Okay, so the brush I'm using is also from Amazon. You guys will hear me mention Amazon a lot because that is where I get the majority of my nail products. But recently, as I'm getting more into my career, it's very important to shop around for quality acrylic. I feel like at least the powder and monomer, you should do your best to get the best quality that you can. So I am stuck on Mia Secret monomer. I have always used it and I love it very much. Everything sets wonderfully. But I recently have been purchasing from VBeautyPure because the acrylic formula, the powder formula, is amazing. It's so silky smooth. I am in love with their range of cover colors. I'm super excited to try more products from them, as well as more just high-end brands such as Young Nails. I've been really wanting to try their acrylic formula for a while now. So you saw me swatching between two cover colors, the Platinum Silk and then Butterlicious. I did go with Butterlicious because it has more of a tan and less of a pink tone to complement my skin. And now we can jump into the application. So I know this first bead looks a little wonky here, but to start off, I like to build the thickness with my first bead of how I'm gonna want the nail at the tip. So placing it that way prevents any excess dragging of the acrylic as you're working upwards on that nail. So to gauge properly just how thick the body and tip of your nail is going to be, you should look down at the barrel, and that way you'll be able to see that thickness. But for my next couple of beads, I am going to place them closer towards the apex area, or more so where the tip meets the natural nail. And then I'm going to brush that down to blend it into the tip and create a uniform thickness across the body of the nail. So for this next bead, I'm going to place it directly on top of the blended area where the natural nail meets the artificial tip. And this is where the apex is going to be. The most tension lies in this area if you're gonna, or well, not purposely of course, but if you stub your nail or if you just work with your hands a lot, what have you. It's good to think about how thick your nail needs to be in comparison to the length of the nail. Because if you make a real thin nail and it's real long, your apex is not going to be supported, so it's going to snap and in a really bad place, like a painful place. So in order to best gauge what your apex is going to support and how it looks aesthetically, you should view the nail from a side angle. This powder is so satisfying to work with. It is not too dry, it is not too wet, and it has like the perfect amount of time for workability. So as you see here, I'm going in with a cuticle bead, and this a nice acrylic is going to self-level to a certain degree, so it should fall into the shape of your cuticle, but getting it not to flood the cuticle is more of a technician thing. So as you can see here, I'm being real careful about how I push that acrylic towards the skin, and trying my best to make it seamless. You want that acrylic that goes right above that cuticle to be real thin, almost to where you can still see your natural nail, that little moon shape popping up still through the acrylic. I'm sure you've seen it that way on a lot of online videos and whatnot, because it does give that extra realistic effect to your nail extensions. So the cuticle bead on this nail went a lot smoother, and it was so satisfying to work with whenever you are, I guess, performing at one of your best days. So when you see this side view right here, this is such a gorgeous shape for a nail. Whenever I turned that over, I was like, oh my gosh. To be completely honest, and this is definitely not sponsored, once I started working with the VBeautyPure acrylic powders, I noticed an immediate improvement in my application. And it's not so much that, you know, of course, I didn't learn anything. It's not like I took a class or anything. It was just my talent level and skill that was already there, applied with really good quality products. That matchup made doing nails even more dreamlike. I mean, just look at that self-leveling goodness. I mean, just come on. So I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this acrylic application, and then we're gonna get into the shaping and filing. oof, totally forgot that I lost the footage for the rest of this thumbnail application. Very, very sad, but hopefully the rest was enough content for y'all. But now I'm going in with my Melody Susie drill and a nice ceramic bit that I got off of, you guessed it, Amazon. What's the grit? I don't know, but if I figure it out, I will put that in here for you guys. So I really like to take this bit and use it all over the nail. I am not tearing up my cuticle whenever I'm putting it real close like that. I don't think this one has a safety guard at the top. It's fully gridded, but for whatever reason, it works wonderfully for me down near the cuticle and across the barrel of the nail. I just love using that bit to debulk. And then I go in with my 180-100 grit nail file, hand file, sorry. And then I'm going to crispen up those sidewalls, that free edge, and I'm going to smooth the surface of the nails so that they're not all denty or super etched up because of the e-file. Now I'm using this cylindrical cuticle bit, at least I think it's a cuticle bit, but it does a wonderful job for me in that area. It's perfect for going right along where that cuticle meets the nail. It makes everything nice and flush and smooth and neat looking, so I just like to go over lastly with this. And then I also did use it to enhance the moon cuts in my nails a little bit. I don't like to have them too deep because I end up stabbing myself real good with the pointy parts. So yeah, now I am pulling out my VBeautyPure polishes. These polishes are so freaking expensive, let me just tell y'all. But they are wonderful. They are a dream to work with, you know? What can you do? So I'm just showing y'all the majority of the colors I'm going to be using today. I think I managed to show them all. But yeah, so exciting part. We're going to get to do some nail art. But first and foremost, I'm going to put down a layer of base gel. This is going to help to create a fully smooth surface for the nail art. No bleeding lines or anything outside the lines, all that noise. So yes, I love this VBeautyPure base coat. Whenever I first opened it, I thought I might have accidentally cured it somehow already because it was so thick. I was like, what's going on in here? Maybe it was defective or something, but no. I tried it on my nails, and once I got it brushing real good, I mean, it's so smooth and so juicy looking. Look at that. Like, I made a post on my TikTok, I believe. I almost want to use this base coat as a top coat because of how shiny it is. So it's very beautiful. I love it. I didn't know if the $20-something base and top coat bundle from VBeautyPure was going to be worth it. If you're just looking for a real good shiny base and top like Beetles is the way to go. But if you have the money to spend and you're looking for higher end products, look at that. So yeah, you know, that's all. So you probably noticed my shiny new nail lamp. My other one finally broke after like what, 3, almost 4 years of using it. So I had to get a new one. I did spend a pretty penny, but I got a pretty lamp, so I'm satisfied, and it works really well, and it is chargeable, like, so you don't have to plug it in while you're working on the nails. It has a battery charge, so that is lovely for me. It's a little easier to transport that way. So now we are going in and painting the outline for the Grinch. I kind of just looked at an inspo photo. I unfortunately couldn't look at it while I was drawing, so it didn't come out as spot on as I would have liked, but definitely still cute, definitely still giving Grinch. So this was the perfect green to paint the Grinch's face, I guess, to paint his skin color or fur color. So I went ahead and put this down before painting the entire face. This way you don't have to waste the time going in and around all the shapes. You can just paint on top and it looks more seamless, more 2D. Now I'm using the white to fill in the fluffy parts of the hat and sweater. And of course, I'm going to go in with red to finish off the hat and the sweater. So after using a liner brush to fill in larger spaces like this, I like to use the polish brush once again, just to avoid any streakiness in the finished product. And now I am just relining everything so that it pops a little bit more, since it did get a little covered up with the color. And I'm just adding a little shading for a little extra something. And after I peeked at the reference photo again, I noticed he had some yellowish, like pale green eyes with red pupils, kind of like cat-like. So I went ahead and put those on there as well. And this is that sparkly green I was telling y'all about. So I'm still having trouble, like, figuring out all the ins and outs of this new iPhone 14 camera, because like it's so nice when it does focus, but it's not focusing all the time like I need it to. So you can't see it too well here. You will see the gorgeous sparkles at the end reveal a hell of a lot better. But yes, I mean, come on. I mean, that's so pretty. It was perfect for this set. Okay, anyway, so now I am on the ring finger going to do a little Christmas tree design. I did take this little inspo from Pinterest somewhere. I thought it was just so cute, you know, put a little bit of snow on her, and then I actually used this perfect, like, champagne gold VBeautyPure polish to make the star. And the thing about the glitter polishes with VBeautyPure, like, if you're going to get any gel polish from them and invest that money, let it be some glitter polishes, because those are so pigmented. You do not have to worry about tripling or quadrupling the layers. That's one layer on the pinky nail right there. One layer, y'all. So yeah, I digress. Anyway, so the polish that I'm using on this pointer finger is not VBeautyPure, which of course is fine. I mean, I think these are Beetles color polishes, which is, I mean, Beetles is a go-to. It's a top-notch brand. So I'm going to be doing a sweater nail on that pointer finger, but I didn't have a dark enough non-sparkly green to do that with in VBeautyPure polish. So I did go ahead and use that one. It worked perfectly. It still matched the set, even though it was a little bit of a lighter sort of aesthetic, but that's okay. So on this thumbnail, I am using that same deep glittery forest green and creating a little bow tie like you wrapped up a present. And now I am preparing for the sweater effect. So like I said, I'm creating it on the pointer fingernail here. I'm doing a full sweater, and then that little red strip on the ring finger is also going to have a sweater effect. Something real simple, real small space, but it's going to add a little something. So my foolproof method for doing sweater nails, it's just real simple. You know, you probably can find it anywhere else online, but you'll want to take your gel polish color and mix it with a little bit of that acrylic. This step is really important for a neat sweater nail because it thickens up your gel polish to where it's not gonna seep everywhere, you know, it's not gonna ruin your design. And it also makes it stand up a little higher from the nail. It gives more to that 3D effect. So as you can see, I did the same for the red gel polish, mixed a little powder and applied it, and then applied the pattern. And then I'm going to, without curing, of course, throw some more powder on top of that and then you'll want to cure before brushing that away. So that is how you get a gorgeous sweater nail. All right, so that is all for our design today. But I finally got some of these champagne rhinestones. I have been wanting them forever. I have been holding out to try and get the full set, one of them big boxes with all the chunky rhinestones, but I haven't had the funds for it. Those things are like $40, but I got the little set, and it was still plenty of rhinestones to do something fun with, and this color just complemented everything so well. I was a little worried. I was like, I might have to switch over to the silver ones just because they're a little more universal, but yes, this with the green, the gold and the green, it was a vibe, especially with it matching that champagne polish color and the star on that Christmas tree. So I am using the VBeautyPure top coat to go over anything that isn't a sweater nail, because you do not want a top coat over your sweater nails. They are done. They're supposed to look matte. But yeah, look at that, guys. Look at that design. I did add that little mistletoe. Wasn't sure in the end if I should have or not, but the set was really cute. I had so much fun creating it. I'm just using my signature Blossom Cuticle Oil to go ahead and rehydrate the fingers, and yeah, have fun with these last looks. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Become a Martian traveler, and safe travels back to Earth. Peace.